We're going to have a look at a plugin that literally gives you superpowers when it comes to working out where the hooks are in WooCommerce, what's available in your theme, and how to use them. So to get started, I've installed this HookMeUp plugin, and it's from a company called Get Bowtied. This is what the plugin more details page looks like. And this is the plugin on the website. Basically what it does is it allows you to go to any of the main WooCommerce pages and you can insert or you can see and insert using WooCommerce hooks. And if we look at the screenshot, it's not a great screenshot, but it does show you how this would work on the single product page. But we're going to do this now live. So I've installed that. What I've also done is I've installed code snippets, and I've got a snippet ready to go, and we're going to use that now in conjunction with that plugin. And what I'm going to do now is just head over to the main shop, going to click on customize, and I'm just using the standard WordPress 2021 theme, I think it is, because I just want to keep something as standard as possible. A lot of other themes may take out hooks or move them around, and I just wanted to go with something that had as many of the generic hooks as possible. So WooCommerce hooks, and here I'm going to go to the shop archives and activate. So now we can preview the available hooks, and we can also have a look then at adding some content. So there are two ways to add content, and let's have a look at those. So the one, you'll see here we have the WooCommerce before main content, but that's a little bit high up on the page. More importantly, we have this WooCommerce before shop loop, and we want to insert some content there. So before main shop loop, and what I'm going to do then is just add some content. So I'll just do a div and a closing div. And between the divs, I'm just going to add some text. And then in the div, in styling, let's go with a background of red. Let's go with a color of white. What have I done here? Background red. Yeah, color white, and maybe some padding. And then now you'll have a look and see that everything's a bit mixed up. So to clear that up, let's go with a display block, and that will start clearing things up. And then the final one is going to be clear both, and that will now just separate everything. Right, so now we've separated out. There we have our message nicely. Let's add something at the bottom. So margin north, the bottom 20 pixels and a naught. Right, so we just got some space going there before the product. So this is the text. That's all I'm going to do, and that's great. We were able to put in a message there. We hit the publish button, and right, that is now published. What I can also do now is close off the customizer, and you'll see that even after closing the customizer, because I've activated the hooks, I can see the hooks here, and I don't have to worry about the customizer being open, which is super fantastic. Let's have another test. So I think here at the bottom then, after the shop loop, let's write our own function. So very quickly then, I'm going to add a function, and we'll target that spot. So to write the function, I'm just going to go by underscore the name of the function, open close brackets, and at the bottom add underscore action, then the name of the action. And the reason for just doing something unique in the front is that now I know just by looking at the name of the function how it's being used and what it targets. So there we go. Right, so that's the basic function, and here I'm just going to do a quick echo. This is text for below the content. Right, that's done. Maybe we will look at the spelling. Right, and now we'll save the changes. We'll head over to the website and refresh. And now we should see that this is the text for below the content. So that's how we've been able to target the WooCommerce archive. Maybe what we can do is go and have a look at a category. So I'm just going to head over here into this single product here, and I'm going to add accessories open here in a new tab. And we're in accessories, so we have that text. And at the bottom, we have this is the text below the content. Now, if we wanted something only for, let's have a look, let's target, for example, let's say we wanted to do something just for music, and we didn't want it to appear anywhere else in the music archive. So I'm going to open that in a new tab. And then what I'm going to do is go to the music page. And you'll see here that I'm in the music page, and yeah, I'm going to add some text unique for music. So this is the text here, is inserted via the plugin, but this message here, I'm going to say it mustn't appear on music, but everywhere else. So then I'm just going to go into my snippet here and here, and we're going to do a quick WooCommerce has term, and then we're going to go, the term will be, and it doesn't have a term, so if the term is not music, and it's the product cat, right, so there we have so basically what we're doing here is we're just targeting the music. We're just saying if it has term music, and if it's not that term, then echo that out. I'm not sure if that has term or has terms. So we're just going to save that. And right, then we're going to go and have a look at, right, so we're on the music page and refresh, and right, so it's not showing on the music page. Let's see if it shows anywhere else. So here we're in accessories. I'm going to refresh accessories, and it does show on accessories. So yes, just if it has term, and then it will show everywhere else except in this case in the music. Okay, so that's brilliant. That works nicely. Let's go and have a look at the shop page again. And let's say I wanted to insert a message here now, and on all the hoodies, I just want to say low stock, or warm up your head, or stay warm, or something like that. And where I'm going to put that message is going to be here just after the title of the product. So what I'll do then, let's see how I can just, right, so I'm going to copy that WooCommerce after shop loop item title, and I'm going to create a new function now, and by underscore open close, right, and then we're going to add an action, and right, then by underscore, and let's add the priority there of 10. Right, so there we have our function created, and now what I want to do is target a specific category. So I'm going to copy what I had before, going to paste it in. So okay, well, we already have if has term music, so why not go with that? And we're going to echo there the best music around, and yeah, that's going to be it. So we're just saying if it has the term music, and this is in the after shop loop item title, and we'll save that. Right, that's saving. Okay, now what we're going to do is go and have a look at the product, so the main shop page, and let's have a look and see what we got. So the main shop page, and sorry, not the home page. I want the shop page. And now if I scroll down, we have the best music around. And it's only on the album, and there's one more, and on the single, the best music around. So that's how we are now able to target specific products, even in the archive loop, and give them specific messages. So yeah, that's actually fantastic. And because you can see the hook's name on the actual within the archive, it just makes it so much easier. Let's have a look what happens now if I change the priority for this, the best music around. So I just went with the default priority of 10. Let's make that a 5. And let's see where that puts us. And the reason we want to check is because we also have this price here. And let's see now if this moves up to above the price. And there you have it. Now we've moved it up to where we wanted it, which was just below the name, and it's just above the price. So that is pretty fantastic. The nice thing about this now is that if I'm not happy with it there and I want to move it, it's really as simple as copying that. And if I just change that and save, and I go back to the website, then you'll see now that the best music around, and because of the priority now, it's actually above the image. So if I then change the priority here back to 10, right? So that's the default priority. So 5 gets us above the image, and 10 should then get us just above the title. So yeah, this is how design can start getting interesting, and layouts, because you can insert stuff into the template file and you don't have to go near any of that templating stuff. So yeah, that's just very quickly then how you can add a message, and you'll see the same has been there for music. Right, I think that pretty much handles what we have there. Something else that I'd like to try, and that is on this page, and then using the plugin. So I'm going to go back to the plugin now, and also looking at the archive view, and I'm going to create a shortcode and see if the shortcode will execute as well. So go back to the shop archives, and what we'll do then is let's go to something generic. So we can target before the shop loop. We already have this message. Let's have a look if we can target that as well from by using a shortcode. So we're going to come back here. We're going to create our own shortcode, and then we're going to paste it into this text box and see what happens. So over here, we're going to just add a new function. Let's go function by underscore shortcode. And then what we'll do is add underscore shortcode. The shortcode, comma, and right, and then we'll just copy that into there. And for this shortcode, we'll say echo this, or return. We could return, and this is a shortcode insert. Right, so that's the shortcode insert, and it's called the shortcode. Yeah, so let's save that. And now we're going to head back to make sure that saves right, and then I'm just going to copy that. And yeah, I want to see if this is going to work. So here, I'm just going to do this in the text view so there's no confusion with any HTML. And I'm going to, now I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly now on the shortcode if I have to do, well, there we go. This is the shortcode insert. So there you have it, folks, even the shortcode file. So now what we can do is I can attach a condition to that insert. And the condition that I'll do then is, let's have a look what we have open here. So we have the accessories page. So let's target the accessories. So this snippet here, and what I'm going to do now is just target that if has terms again, if has term music. So now we're using a shortcode that we've inserted using the plugin. We've created our own code in our function file now to target a specific category. And then we're going to go and have a look. So if the term is music, that'll show, and we're in accessory. Okay, so we want to change that to accessories. So music. All right, back to accessories, on accessories now. And if I refresh that, hopefully, yeah. Right, so this is a shortcode insert. And now let's see, what have I got here? Do I have another category open? No, I'm going to open music. Hop along here to music. And let's go to music. And right, so it's not on the music, but it is on the accessories, which is what we wanted. And if I say now, if has term, and I say the term is not accessory, so everything except accessories now. And now when I go back to music, we will see that displayed. Great. Okay, so yes, you can execute shortcodes within that plugin via customize. So if you have a plugin and it pops out a shortcode to insert content, you can simply head over to the customize, log in, and pop in the shortcode. So that's working just fine. Right, I'm going to head back to customize here. And then if I don't want to, if I'm done on this page and I don't want to see any more of those hooks, simply let's go back to the WooCommerce hooks shop archive, and I'm just going to disable that. Now, these hooks are only available to administrators, so not everybody will see them if you've left it on. So it's not like somebody's going to browse your website to see them. Right, so I've removed them from the page, and you can still see the stuff. Just one last thing quickly then. If you wanted to target the shop or all the product categories, then you could change the term. And what we could do here, for example, then is we could just say if is shop, then show this is a shortcode insert. So if I did that, so let's remove that. And if I just go is underscore shop, right, and I save that, then this will only be available now on the shop page. So if I refresh on accessories, you'll see that this is a shortcode insert will be gone. And if I go to the shop page, then you'll see that this is a shortcode insert is back. So that's how you can target just the shop page. And then one last thing, when it comes to terms, if we wanted to, for example, music, let's say we wanted to target more than just music, then what we can do is just add array, and then we have music, close the bracket, and let's add some music, and let's go with hoodies. And what we'll do is we'll say the best music around. We'll call this now winter warmers. Right, so you'll see there if has term, and then we have an array, music and hoodies. Right, let's go and have a look at that now on the web page. So at the moment we just have the best music around. Now it should say winter warmers, and if I go to hoodies, we have winter warmers. So that's awesome. That's how you can target more than one category at the same time, is then just by if has term. Other thing here, if has shop, if you wanted to target product, all the product categories, if is product underscore category. So if it is a product category, then show it, or you could say if it's not the shop. Let's do it this way for now, but we could have just put exclamation is shop. Now we're saying if it is a product category, and then we'll go back to the shop. So on the shop now, this is a shortcode insert will be gone. And if I go to a category, let's open something in another tab here and go to that category. And let's go to accessories. And now you'll see that we have the shortcode insert. So absolutely fantastic. You can really get stuck in now and start targeting different products, categories. If it is a shop, yeah, you can really start doing a whole lot of interesting things here with hooks. And it's so quick now because you can literally go to the web page, see the hook, copy, paste, and you're ready to go. So you can see how quick it's been just to do the changes that we've done here so far. Right, so we're in the product, so let's move on. I'm going to turn those off, or did I do something over here? I think I've got 2 customized products open. So let me close the one, and we'll just stick with this one. Okay, so we're done here. Let's go and have a look at a single product. And what's going to be interesting here is that in some previous tutorials, I've shown how you can create different layouts using hooks. So I'm going to activate the hooks here for a single page. Now I'm going to show you some of the different layouts. So this layout, you can see we've inserted this here, and it's a 2-column layout. I'm going to go back to the website now, back to the shop page. And we have some other layouts here. I'm just trying to remember what they were for. I seem to remember that the polo might have been a different layout. Polo seems to be the same. Let's have a look at music. Right, so music is a completely different layout here. So in music, you can see, yeah, we have a completely different layout. So let's see, where was that? Okay, so we're now on the single product page, and it looks as though some of those hooks aren't available. Let's have a look and see. So I'm in the customize. Let's open it up, and let's see what we got. So WooCommerce hooks, and we'll go to the product page, and let's turn it on. And let's see what we got. And we can have a look now on the different layouts. So these are layouts that so this is the standard layout, but what I did here is I inserted this to show the reviews. And if there are no reviews, it says, be the first to review the product, and you click on it. It just drops down so you can click on reviews and add a review. So if you have a review and you submit, will that work in Customize? The review, we're gonna, it's not going to let us submit here. So anyway, it'll bring up the stars. Right, so that looks fine. Let's go back to the shop and let's bring up one of those other completely different layouts. So I know that there's a completely different layout now for music. And yeah, you can see now that the hooks are still available to us, even though the layout is completely different. But you can see how it's now might be slightly different to anywhere else, but you can still insert. What you can also do now is target the different categories. So if music has this layout, then using a condition, you can target music differently to the way that you might target something else. So I'm going to head back to the shop to just the normal layout. And let's go here. I think the beanies was normal. Right, so we're on the beanie, and let's just see about inserting something here. So single product summary. Now the single product summary is quite a few things. It's not just the one item, because you have the title, you have the price, you have a couple of things. So in here, there is a certain hierarchy of priority. But let's have a look here, single product summary, and this is from Customize. And let's see where that pops up. Okay, so that's where that popped up. I'm going to publish. And as you know, we can close here and we're still going to see the hooks, which is fantastic. And then we're going to create a function now and see where that comes in. But I'll make a copy of that before I... Yes, I did. So, okay, so let's make a function then. Function by underscore the name of the hook. Enter. And then here, add underscore action. The name of the WooCommerce. And now what's nice is if you know where it is, you kind of stop even reading what the name is, because you're able to target it just by copying and pasting. But it's a great way to learn where the hooks are. So there we have the single product summary, and here we'll just say echo, this is a function insert. And maybe what I'm going to do now is just say function insert 10, and we'll save that. Now we'll see where that pops up on the website. And we can actually now compare between the two different layouts. So let's go and have a look at the beanie. All right, so on the beanie, okay, this is function insert 10 came in there. And then this layout, which was also accomplished using hooks. And in the hooks, we've actually inserted div tags and then added styling using those div tags. So it has been inserted. And if we do this, so this is customize, and that is what we've inserted at. Okay, so it is pretty much working as it should. Let's drop this down to a 1. So normally you'd work in like 5, 10, 15, 20. I just want to have a look and see what's in the first spot here. Then I'm going to go over to the album and see where this comes out. So, okay, so this is coming up here, obviously above the div that was inserted. And then if we look at it on a normal kind of layout or more standard layout, this moves up to above the title in this case. So we need to drop it below the title. And I'm going to make that a 5 and a 5. So I did kind of move things around here because I was doing these custom layouts. So, but you know, using the priority number, you can move things around and you'll see where it comes out. So here you can see now that it's fitting in there. And so I know now that I need to do it maybe at a 3 in this case. So you can see how even with custom layouts, you can see how you can target. Right. It would be nice if it indicated the priority as well, but I think that might be a bridge too far. So that was, we changed that to a 4. So let's just have a look. Okay, so now we've got it over here. All right. So, you know, it's a bit messy because this is not the standard layout without any hooks. But you can see what you can do, what's possible, and now you can move it around in that layout. If you wanted to wrap elements within a div tag and change the styling, let's do that. I'm going to have a look here, and for example here then, before the add to cart form and after the add to cart form. So let's wrap that in a div and give it some styling different to what we have here. I'll just show you how that works. So I'm going to head over to my snippets, and in this case, I'm going to have to add 2. So the first one will be function by underscore, and then add underscore action, and then by underscore, and we'll target priority 10 just because it's the standard location in the hierarchy. So there we've done the before add to cart form, and then the other one we're going to do is the WooCommerce after add to cart form. And then here, we'll go function by underscore. Then you can see how quickly now you can add these functions, comma, underscore. Right, so there we have the two functions, and then what I'll do here now is I'm going to go echo, and here we'll just do div, and I'm just going to do style. I'm not going to do a class. I'll just go style equals right, and what we'll do here is we'll just go border 1 pixel solid. Let's go with green, border radius 10 pixels, and then let's go with padding of let's go 15 pixels, for example, and then a margin dash bottom of 15 pixels. Right, so there we've put something in place. Everything looks about right. And then over here, all we're going to do now is echo out the closing div. Right, so we are now wrapping everything between those two elements in this div. And then I'm going to just copy and then save. I like to copy first, so if there's an error, I don't have to go and redo all the work. It'll just be available. So that's done. Now when we go and have a look at the beanie, for example, we should find that this add to basket is wrapped. Right, so it did the before add to cart form. Let's just have a look what we have on this page. Okay, so it hasn't the after add to cart form. Let's have a look. Did I get something wrong? After add to cart form and before add to cart form. So I'm going to change this priority now to 20 to make sure that the closing div fires after, definitely after, because that 10 just might be too low. Refresh the page. Still not. That's really odd. Generally, that would have taken care of that, unless there's some kind of issue with the fact that it's a form. Let's have a look here. And maybe I got something wrong. So there we have the class. Then we have the form. And then we have the after add to cart form. So why did our so we have the WooCommerce after add to cart form, add action. After add to cart form, I mean, that is correct, yeah. Before is correct. So there we find the error. The div tag wasn't closed. Aha. Right, now we save that. Okay, so generally if something goes wrong, often it's just a syntax error. Now when we refresh, there we go. Now that's what we were after. So that's working fine. And if we look at the album, which has an altered layout, that should also be working. Fantastic. It'll probably be working on a whole lot of other products as well. So let's go and have a look. Let's do something that might have variations or something. Shop page loading. And let's just scroll down here. Right, so the winter warmers here will have yeah, look at that. So we were actually now able, with this now, we're able to target, and because it's a form, this add to cart is actually a form, the whole form is now included between those two. So you can already see how easy it was to target the content on the page and start altering, the layout. I mean, that was pretty quick. And because this is the add to cart, one way to just get a bit more attention to that is to go with a box shadow and give it a 0.5 pixel, 10 pixel, and something along those lines, and save. Right, then we can head back, and now you'll just see that the add to cart has a little box shadow to it, and yeah, it just kind of highlights it a bit more. Let's now, so there we were able to see how you could apply the divs using the action hooks. Now remember, the same principle would apply to the archive view. You'd also be able then to use hooks to add divs and then to make the content look super interesting. So what we're going to do is let's go to customize and remove the hooks, and we can just have a look and see what this looks like. So wait for that to load up. WooCommerce hooks. Let's go to the product page and let's turn them off. And now you'll see what that looks like. Yeah, so there we go. With that added in, if you notice that, okay, there's kind of a bit of a difference here in spacing, well, that's easy enough to remedy with a bit of styling. Let's just have a look at that on this page, on the beanie. Now that we're removing it, let's publish that change. And let's see, is that turned it off? Right, so that's turned it off, and the spacing looks fine on there, and it just looks a bit different on here because of the, okay, this is, that's a logo collection. So that's a group product. And then here, if we go down to this hoodie, which has variations, yeah, it does seem to be with group products and variations. And then that's just a case of having a look. And okay, so that's less to do with what we did and more to do with this form. Anyway, that's something that you can mess around with the style sheet and then try and have a look and see what you can do. But there you can see it expands nicely, it looks good. Yeah, let's go back to the shop page. So yeah, with the shop page as well, then let's just refresh here. You would also then be able to use the hooks, and then you could target styling here, wrap things in divs, move things around, create more interesting layouts without having to go into the template files. So we're back here in the customize. I'm going to go back to that shop archive, and I'm going to turn that off and publish, just so that the shop starts to look a little bit normal again. Right, so yeah. So yeah, that was really very easy to do. Let's have a look at a different product, maybe this long sleeve tee. And yeah, that's, I mean, it really actually just adding that to the page gives it a slightly different dimension, and it's looking pretty good. And then let's have a look. Yeah, even the cup page. Let's have a look at this belt. Yeah, so so that's how you can then quite easily, using those div tags, wrap different elements and create more interesting styling. So you don't need such a massive customizing plugin if all you're going to do is work with hooks. And then the same, of course, then applies to the checkout. So if we head over to the checkout here, I'm going to go to customize. Let's go back here. I'm going to head over to the checkout. So I would say, if you were going to do this, is not to make the changes inside the plugin, but just use the plugin to get the hooks and then to write your own functions so that you can put your stuff together. Maybe not the checkout. Let's look at the cart page first. So we've activated for cart and we've activated for checkout. And I'm going to publish that. And then I'm just going to close this because we don't need it to view. And then we can head over to the checkout. Right, so here we are on the checkout. Let's rather just go to the cart first. So here we are on the cart page, and if we wanted to do something here, we can insert. So if we wanted to, so we've got before cart, maybe we'll do something before the cart. Let's add a new function in here. And then add action. And this is so much faster than before, where you had to go and look maybe on a visual hook guide perhaps, and there are a couple of good ones around, and you had to copy and paste and keep referring back and up and down. And now you can just go to the page, copy, paste in, and you're ready to go. And echo, let's do, please check your order, whatever. Right, so and that's going to come in now before the cart. So I'm going to save that and head over to the cart. Let's refresh the page. And we should see the before, please check your order. What we can also do now is, because we know that there's a WooCommerce before cart, and then there's a WooCommerce after cart. So we could wrap this whole page in a div or something, but let's go and have a look at this WooCommerce before cart table and the after cart table. So head over to the snippet, and what I'll do then is add underscore action by underscore. Okay, so that's going to be before the cart. Sorry, that should be function, not add action. And then we're going to add action and then comma underscore comma 10. Right, so we'll do that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to echo out, I'm going to take that same div that we had before with the style, going to paste that in there. And now we're going to do the after cart table. So I'll just copy that. And what's nice now is that you'll see that a lot of these functions have a before and after. So you don't have to go back to the website all the time, because we know now that if we change that to after, that will be after. So nice, we can just do that. Right, and then we know that this is going to be a closing div. So closing div, and then an add action at the bottom. And that's going to be like that, comma, underscore. Right, so it's really as fast as you can type when it comes to working with this now. And what used to be quite a mystery is just suddenly become very clear. Right, so with that in place, let's see that it saves nicely, and let's go and have a look here at the cart page, fresh, and see now if we have that. Voila, there we have our cart wrapped. Wow, that was really super easy. So already we're able to add interesting dimensions to the cart, just with a few styles, and we're doing that directly from these hooks. So that's fantastic. The other thing that we could even look at doing is, we've also got this WooCommerce after cart total and WooCommerce before cart totals. Now let me show you another trick. So if I want to apply that same style to this, I don't have to go and rewrite that whole thing again. All I need to do is go into my hook and watch this. Now I come in here and you go add underscore action, and then you'll see now that all I'm doing is adding. Now I'm going to copy that from the function above 10. Right, now all I have to do, I'm going to just copy that now and pop that in there. Right, now I'm going to do the same thing here, except that add underscore action, And now I'm just going to change that to after. So if you want to apply the styles to more than one element, then you can. And this is exactly how you do it. And that's after cart totals and before cart totals, and save. And now when I go over to the cart, you will see now that the same styling that I applied here is going to apply there. How's that? So you make the style once, and then you can use that same style over and over and over anywhere on the site without having to go and create more functions. So let's just check here on the customize. Let's remove the hooks and see what we've got. So here I am, and let's go to the hooks, and let's go to the cart page, and I'm going to disable them for the cart page. And now when we right, it'll disable now. Let's go to the cart. I'm still showing. I don't know why we have disabled it. Let me enable, disable. Let's publish. Am I in the right place? Oh, hang on. I'm in the shop archive. Sorry about that. Let me go to the cart. Thought I was on the cart page. That explains why it wasn't working. And right, so already we've created some kind of a different look and feel for the cart totals. Okay, maybe not the perfect look. And then let's just do one last one, and let's go and have a look then. That was shop archives. Let's go and have a look at the checkout. We can even do the login and logout page. Interesting. Right, so here we are, and we've activated. So I'm going to, right, everything is available to us. I'm going to just get out of the customize. Yeah, so that's the cart page now. So you can already see we've created something different. It's not the best looking page, but now with a bit of fine tuning, you can do some changes. And now we see we have this before checkout billing form, after checkout billing form, additional information, WooCommerce after order notes. So after the order notes, we can put in something. Okay, so let's add something here then. Before the payment, let's just thank them for shopping with us. So head over to my snippets, and I think you know the drill. So function underscore the name, and then at the bottom here, add underscore action, and then comma, and then again by underscore, paste that in, comma 10. Right, and here we can just say echo, and maybe we'll just go echo, thank you for shopping with us, and a nice exclamation mark. Right, thank you for shopping with us, and we'll save that. So that's just before the payment is made. We were on the checkout. Let's refresh. And let's see what we got. There we have our message. Thank you for shopping with us. So yeah, that's really cool. Once again here, if you wanted to wrap stuff with in divs, we can do that on this page as well. And maybe what we're going to do is WooCommerce checkout before order review and the after. So this is a little bit different because we have the before order review, then we have WooCommerce review order before payment, review order after payment, and then we have this after checkout form. So maybe what we'll do is we'll target this one for the opening div and this one for the closing div. And that's going to look a bit odd. I think because of all the open space, or we could just target, well, let's just go with this. I mean, we're just messing around really. Right, so I'm going to add that action in here. So the first action we'll add here, and then comma, 10, right, and we're just going to copy that. And then the other one that we need, and it's really nice because we just need to copy. We'll head over here, and then we've got this closing div. So yeah, that's how you can kind of have the same style in many places on your WooCommerce shop without having to, get into template editing and doing things 100 times. You can just come in here and create it, and you don't need a special plugin to make the changes. So that's done. Let's have a look at the checkout now. Let's see what we got. That should just, it looks like I made a mistake here. I did, and I don't think I saved that. No, I didn't. So that's why I like to save normally. Damn, let's just do that again quickly. Yeah, maybe I'm working a little bit too fast here. Right, comma. Right, and then this would pop in there. And that's correct. Let's do the closing div. Go to the checkout. Let's copy that. Go back to our snippet here. Add underscore action. Comma. It's actually, you can move so fast that you actually get frustrated because you can't move faster. Right, so review order. Okay, that was review order before payment, review order after payment. Everything looks correct. I'm going to copy it this time and save. Oh, okay, syntax error 10. Line 49. So, right, so now we can go straight to line 49 and see that there's no comma. Right. Saved. Right, now we go to the checkout and refresh, and now we'll have a more successful outcome. Doesn't look too bad. So yeah, that's how you can wrap with div. This is how you can add messages. And so by just targeting, you can add your own information. You can, in your snippet, you can create your own custom code. You can do things like check if a certain item is in the cart, then output a message. If a certain item is in the cart, maybe give them a voucher. On the checkout, you can add custom messages wherever you need them. Yeah, you can, whatever you want to do, you can access the WooCommerce or have a look at what you want to do and output messages based on that. I'm going to go back to customize here and disable the output of the hooks. So go back into the WooCommerce hooks, go to the cart page, and not cart, checkout page, and we're going to disable those hooks. And let's see what we got. Right, so wow. I quite like that. Let's go to the checkout page now. And the checkout page, just by adding a little bit of, right, thank you for shopping with us, place your order. Well, I kind of do like that. So, I mean, very quickly and easily now we're making more interesting spaces for our customers. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad. Okay, let's just, while we're in the customize section, let's just see what's available then on the login or register page. Okay, there are no previews for the login register page, and this page can only be viewed before logging in. Okay, that makes sense. But we do get to see what the hooks are. So we've got before the login form, before customer login form, before login form, before login submit button, after log. So based on this, you can build a picture, and then you can create your own series of hooks based on that. So that's also a big help. If we go and have a look at the My Account page, I wonder if that'll come up. Not much here. Before account navigation, after account page navigation, and account dashboard. So you have the just those three hooks. And then this one is the before account navigation. Okay, that's this on the left. And then here you've got the WooCommerce account dashboard. So it's that one. And the other one here is the WooCommerce account content. That was this one. After. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, it's pretty limiting, but you still have access then to punch in a special message. And the other one to look at, so My Account checkout, the thank you page. So this is also not available for this page within the customize the preview page. They'll appear at the bottom of your thank you page, right below billing and shipping address. Okay, so at least you know where that's going to appear. The cart widget, we didn't have a mini cart, but I don't think there's anywhere. Yeah, we don't have a mini cart here, so but if you do have a cart widget, definitely we'll be able to target that as well. So I think that pretty much wraps up, a bit of an overview of this plugin. Let's go back to my account. I'm going to turn that off. Okay, login register we looked at. We did look at the checkout. We didn't look at the thank you page, but we can't at the moment. The cart widget, we didn't have one. The cart page we looked at. The product page we looked at. And then we also did have a look at the shop archive. Actually, there's one thing I would like to try on the shop archive, just out of curiosity, is with the styling that we did, and that was just to add that styling here, and kind of do it from before the shop loop item title to. In fact, we could wrap the whole product with this before and after shop loop item, but yeah, we could do it, we could wrap, well, you can see what you can do. You could wrap the title, with that border and the pop-up, or you could, by changing the priority, include the price, or you could just wrap the I'm on sale and the price in a little bubble here at the bottom of the page. So, I mean, you get the idea. Working with hooks, you can pretty much do whatever you like. And I'm pretty sure that we could even achieve something similar here. So when it comes to styling, let's just have a look here. So if we look at Beanie, we can't do the priorities. So we could do before and after the shop loop item title. Or maybe what we should do is just wrap the whole item. So if I go over here and I'm going to copy just the div information here, head over to the here, and then what I'm going to do is just see if I can wrap this whole product in that border. So we'll go to before shop loop item, and we'll go to the text area, paste that in, and after shop loop item now, text area, and I'm going to paste in a div, and let's see what happens. Not so successful. That's definitely a div, and everything is intact, and it doesn't really work. It's not working as well as we had hoped for some reason, and that's definitely in the text area. And the div is closed off. So that didn't work too well. Maybe what we can do is copy that out there, and I'm going to do it here after shop loop item title, which would actually make no sense. That's because I didn't type it into the text area. Let's do that again. I wonder if that would do anything. No, it doesn't. It just, creates the div, but kind of where it is. Even though I placed the closing div after the shop loop item. So maybe what I should have done is and now I'll do it just before the title. Maybe it's just because the location of the div. No, it doesn't seem to wrap anything. Okay, so you can't do wrapping inside here. It works fantastically well in the function, but not if you're over here. And also remember, you can output a shortcode, and this shortcode had specific conditions about where to be applied, and that worked as well. So that's fantastic. Shortcodes work. A whole lot of stuff works. So yeah, then I'm going to publish that. So yeah, that's how you can, by using the hooks, create and do whatever you like within the shop, make interesting layouts, add messages, include vouchers, include ads, and that's pretty much how you can do it. Well, I hope you found that interesting. So then that plugin again is HookMeUp. So I would say go and get the plugin, hook yourself up, and you can go mad customizing the shop in so many ways that you couldn't do, or maybe you were feeling a bit hamstrung by a plugin. And then, of course, you can target using is product, category, is single product, is the main shop. If it has specific terms, output a certain message. It's literally a bottomless pit of what you can do. So yeah, I hope you can find something interesting to do with this plugin. I'm definitely impressed. It's definitely a big must-have. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for watching.